good discussion for the last 4 hours. Because I've obviously been listening because I've been driving. The way I look at it is people, or at least white people, are no more racist than anybody that is an actual racist who has bad things to talk about white people, Asian people, Mexican people, whatever it might be. If you're going down that road, you're no different than a white supremacist, if that's the way you want to look at it. So I don't see how anybody could think that one group can't be racist. Are we the least racist? I don't know. We're still determining that. I think that that's open for discussion, but there's definitely other groups out there that are racist. I mean, we can look at the guy in the goo right now who's obviously a flaming racist. So we can start there if we want, but that's where I'm at right now.
How many races have been like on the black side that I've been like known for like doing like massive killings, towards other ethnicities, I don't know, it's just interesting. But no, I get what you're saying. Let me agree with him. Actually, I do want to say I agree with him because I don't want nobody thinking that this is just only a contentious spirit. No, I actually agree with that. But I was saying to you, like, the irony of this is that you don't get to see as much crazy documentaries of guys going crazy on other people's ethnicities and like, oh, I got a plot for you. Oh, white man, I got a plot for you. I want to take out this and that for you. Like, you don't get to see that as often. You can't even hardly name people that even do that. And why does it not?
Assalamu alaikum, you Jew-hating, low IQ people. Look at my face and tell me, am I pretty, ugly, or stupid like you? Low IQ people. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Literally throwing Christians in prison for praying outside of abortion clinics. They're doing it in the UK. They just put another lady, she just ended up doing her early voting and then reported for prison because the Biden Justice Department is literally throwing any Christian who is pro-life, who happens to walk by an abortion clinic, they are throwing
I still don't know what was in that text that you sent me a day or two ago. Your friend Marston sent me a text saying that if I moved to the Philippines, I could rent a house for $325 a month and a woman to take care of the house for a pretty good deal, as if I'd go running to the Philippines.
They are at war with Christ. And my whole thing is that a Christian who votes for Kamala Harris, I would have placed under church discipline and taken out of the church until they repent. Turned over to Satan, as Paul would say. Because I think that it is that wicked.
And I think, if nothing else, it's like, people are really fighting against their self-interest. Like, if you're a Christian, or you're a man, or some other demographic they seem to be opposing, or Jewish people, goodness. It's like you are fighting for your own demise. It's like, even before this big rally, where the guy jumps up and says, Jesus is Lord, she didn't say, let's tone it down, or let's hold on, hold your applause for later. She could have done any number of things.
It's not edited. I have a full clip. It's not edited. I have different angles. That's a lie.
Well, yeah, there are different people who have posted. I don't know if it's in response to the edited clip, but they're like, hey, look, I was at this rally. They show a full pan, and they were talking about other stuff. They're like, hey, I'm at this Kamala Harris rally, and da-da-da-da-da, and I just wanted to check it out. And what? Oh, my gosh. And you see that guy right there. Like, they weren't trying to get it on camera. And the guy's like, Jesus is Lord. She's like, you're at the wrong rally, buddy. You at the smaller rally down the road. It's like it's like if you're a Christian or a man or a Jew, you are fighting for her to go against you. But Jasper, did you have anything to say on this, or did you want to say something else? Welcome, by the way.
Thank you, Nate. Yeah, I just wanted to hear more CEO's point there, because, I just came in, and, it's unfair to just kind of judge him based on, who's he's going to vote for. But at the same time, it's you're saying you're okay with killing babies if you're voting for Kamala. That's what you're really saying, right? So to try to maneuver out of that, I mean, yeah, sure, Trump's not perfect, but if that doesn't bother your conscience, like, I mean, it's questionable why you'd even say that you're a Christian. I mean, what is, the other reasons why, and your logic that you'd vote for someone that is okay with,
Yeah, so this is really simple. So you all have made A connect to B, right? Voting for Harris means abortion.
Of course, it does.
Okay. So I don't connect that B to A. I don't connect it because it is a state level decision, and there is a 6-3 Republican majority in the Supreme Court right now.
That's not the point.
And we're going to have a Republican Congress. So if some federal judge decides to step in and say, hey, I'm overruling that, it will then go up to the Supreme Court and they'll strike it back down. So the scenario that you're talking about cannot happen.
It can.
Well, hang on.
That is my view of it.
Yeah,
so that's why we're having a disagreement, because you all are making a connection.
Yeah, hang on. I want to go to James too, who's been waiting patiently, but I mean, that is your view of that. I mean, I guess I can't challenge that. That's what you think. But it's like constantly. It's like that's how they do it, right? Like all this election nonsense going on too. It's like they don't care to get overturned. It's like they brought Jack Smith in for Trump, who someone in chat keeps yelling he's a felon. How many people have been falsely lawfuled against? Tons. But it's like they brought him, who's the most overturned UN prosecutor in the history of the world, and they don't care about being overruled on appeal eventually. They can do all sorts of damage in the months and years it takes to get to that point. But, I mean, again, if that's how you see it, I mean, that's your opinion. But, James, what's up, James?
Yay. It's interesting to see you have this room in the evening. How cool.
I know it's rare.
Yeah. So, no, I don't think, not that I even hold the sin actually being an issue for me, but for those who hold to sin actually being an issue, no, it's not sinful to vote for either party. So I would disagree with the title.
I appreciate that. Sean, you haven't said anything yet. Let's get to Sean and Jamal, and then we'll go back whoever else wants to. Do you have anything to say, Sean?
I don't think the voting for Kamala is sinful per se, but as a Christian, like as a true Christian, like Bible believing, man that I think that I am, I hope, I don't see how anybody in their right mind could be a Bible believing, Bible reading person and align any whatsoever with the radical left and just their views on the world. The fact that they want to do, you name it, trans and kids, boys can be girls, men and women's lives. I mean, the list goes on forever. And
I don't align with the radical left, so you're not talking.
Yeah, but
to me.
that's not the. We're not asking you if you're aligning or not. Your vote.
No, I wasn't. My plane wasn't.
Go ahead, Sean.
So that's just my personal opinion. Not saying you guys are bad people. I'm just saying, as a Christian, I just can't say that. As far as Trump's concerned, we are not trying to have him be the president. We're having him be the president, okay? We're not trying to hire him to be our babysitters, come have dinner with us, walk my dog. He's there to do a job, and that's it. And you guys read the Bible, and God found a lot of people that were sinful and used them for good. And the thing with Trump, he allows me to be a Christian. It doesn't take my Christian rights away, or any religion, to be honest with you. If you want to put your mat down and pray to, Islam, then you're more than welcome to do it. But it's weird, in 2024, that more people don't vote with their Christian beliefs. It's weird. Like, they'll separate their Christian beliefs from their politics.
and it's weird. I'm truly like, I let my Christian values dictate my politics. Because
would Jesus vote? Would Jesus have voted? Would Jesus vote?
If he did, it wouldn't be for a leftist.
He wouldn't vote. Is the correct answer.
Well, we don't.
definitely
I don't
wouldn't
think
vote for
we
a
know that.
leftist.
He told.
We do.
He showed the pieces of the money. He said, "Whose face is on that?" He said, "Give to Caesar what's Caesar." So, he is in a government where they said, "Hey, Jesus, you live in a land ruled by humans who, it's their right as citizens to vote. So, how do you vote?" Maybe he would have took Jehovah's Witness route and be like, "I shall abstain," or maybe he would have been like, "Well, this is the why." He could have turned it into a parable. Like, this is the why. This is what the wise person would do. This is what the foolish person would do. So we can't absolutely say Jesus wouldn't vote if he was in America in 2024. But Love, you haven't spoke yet, Love. What's up? And I got about 10 more minutes, and then we'll wind this down.
Yeah, I mean, sin is.
Jasper. Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Love.
Yeah, I mean, thou shalt not murder, and this is an industry of murder. 100,000 Americans' heads are cut off every month. It's $1 billion a year industry. Doctors, lobbyists, lawyers, taxpayers. It's a giant kill industry. For Christ's sake, at the DNC, they had kill abortion SUVs outside the DNC in Chicago where they actually performed abortions. This is a child sacrifice cult of death, murder, and mayhem and chaos. And Kamala is the chief agent of chaos. Dick Cheney endorsed her. She's a neocon. She's going to cause World War III. And if you vote for her, you're not a Christian. I'm complete.
Jasper, your hand was raised next. Yeah, raise your hands, guys. I'll call you.
I think that was a bit too much. But like at the same time, CEO, you saying that you're not aligning with them yet, you're voting with the like Love said, I don't know if in industry, but a side that is allowing, that is like nobody's good. Nobody is good, right? We all have problems, but at least we should try to side with the lesser evil. I think is the general.
And that is Trump.
Yeah, but that's the thing though, because like CEO obviously is not like there are other people that thinks that they think by voting Kamala Harris there's a moral and I think helping these people thinking the way they do is what's gonna help the situation. But it's hard to there's just a dissonance in the way that you think when you're claiming that you're not aligning with that type of party, and yet you're casting your vote with a party that
I'm not voting for.
Hang on, CEO. Wait, CEO. Wait, nope.
And it's good to kind of analyze. Like I don't know what you're trying to say, but it's good to analyze. You're saying you're not voting for the party; you're just voting for Kamala herself. I don't know if that's.
Well, hang on. We can't do so many back and forths because I want to get to people who are actually follow instructions. So thank you for raising your hand. Do you want to say something, Dope?
Yeah, a good point. I think Love made it. Like, the Democrat Party literally had abortion vans outside their convention. Abortion vans, like they're giving out like fucking a taco truck. So if we, sorry, my bad. But they had abortion vans outside of the Democrat convention as if it's just food that they could just hand out. And we're literally talking about an election between a party like that and Donald Trump, even though he's obviously not a saint, he still is the only person in this race who's not going to tell you that aborting a 9-month-old baby is perfectly fine. Okay? He's not even as conservative as I would like, obviously. I think Donald Trump is a New York liberal from 2008, all right? But he's still far better than what we have in this awful country right now in comparison on the left. So there's no way you could tell me that voting for Kamala, and again, CEO, I know your argument. It's that, well, there's more, it's a chess move, there's going to be a Republican Congress, and then that'll turn her into Bill Clinton, when, ironically, Bill Clinton himself would see her as I keep on stopping my tongue, I'm sorry. I'm not going to curse. But Bill Clinton from the 90s would see her as insane. And well do, all right? Because she is insane in comparison to the Democrats in the 90s. And the Democrat Party is insane as well. Her policies, she just said she doesn't, there's an interview on NBC, I just saw it. She just said she is not in favor of religious exemption for abortion. She is an abortion sycophant, okay? She's not a moderate. He's not going to moderate because there's Republicans that are going to try and stop her because, unfortunately, that hasn't really stopped Joe Biden on these social policies, okay? And Joe Biden himself is far more, well, at least he had a history of being more conservative on these social policies. Kamala has been in favor of this stuff since she was an attorney general. She locked up a dude who actually tried to expose Planned Parenthood for chopping up babies and selling their baby parts. She locked him up in California. She's not in the same realm as us as conservatives. The idea that she's going to even think about, moderating. She's looking moderate right now because she wants to win, but she can't even do that. She sucks at that. So it's not going to work if she's actually elected.
CEO, we'll finish up with you, but I wanted to get to the new people real fast. Daniel, what's up?
Hi, Nate. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me. Yeah, I agree with Dope. Like, it's insane that the Democratic Party and the people on the far left are so supportive of abortion. It's like, and then they try to make it seem like, oh, no, we're just, pro women's choices. Well, how about being be pro women's choices and be pro the choice they made to open their legs in the first place? It's like they pick and choose when they want to be for something, and it's so ridiculous. Yes, it's absolutely, I don't know if I'd say sinful, but it's definitely crazy to see anybody voting for Kamala, because literally this woman stands for nothing. She falls for everything. And to vote for somebody like that in office just shows that you're not really sturdy yourself. And you'll, just vote for somebody because it's the popular thing to do. This woman, again, like Dope said, I live in California. She has never been respected by anybody before she got into politics. And even when she got into politics, it was just like, okay, this woman, it must be, I hate to say it, was sleeping her way up, because no way somebody with this mind, someone so selfish in her actions and locking this many people up, is made it as far as she has. And it's just annoying when people try to use the black card. It's just like, it's a joke in our faces that, she might be a woman of color, even that is to be determined. But, you want somebody, if there is somebody that's going to be of color in our office, you would want somebody that was intelligent enough not to lie to our faces straight up. Just say stuff, take pictures with people that are not their family members and put it in a book and just tell them to vote for them because, we're black and we all share the same experiences, trying to pander to black people by saying I'm in these streets when she's never been in the streets. She's always come from wealth. Like, what are we talking about here? It's almost dang near, well, it is. It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful.
Yeah, look, you all.
Yeah.
Wait, CEO, hang on. CEO, I promise we're gonna give you the last word. We're gonna give you the last word. Thanks, Danielle. But yeah, Jamal was here earlier, and then there's Random, and then CEO. You're gonna take the day away. But yeah, at best, like in these streets, like the upper crust, middle class, like the most upper class, like high end middle class in Canada. She is not in the same streets as you. She's in Canada. Right. But Jamal, do you want to say anything? And then we'll do Random and the CEO.
Yeah. I mean, the one brother who spoke before me, he actually hit the nail on the head. So I don't want to reiterate that in regards to, I don't see how any kind of Christian can actually vote for Kamala Harris, but at the end of the day, it is a free country. And I mean, it's not my cup of tea. So I'm gonna sit back and I'm just listen. Hey, and real quick question. So is this a new room? What happened to the other room?
Oh no, this is just a one-off because I had some extra time this evening and was feeling a little froggy. So, yeah.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna sit back and just kind of listen.
All right, Random. What do you want to say, Random? And are you voting this election? Because I know if you are, it's probably definitely not Trump. But are you going to vote at all, or what are your thoughts, Random?
Yeah. So I am going to be voting. I just recently kind of changed over and moved to a different state, and I just recently got my new driver's license, so I am legally allowed to vote, I will be voting for Kamala Harris.
Did you receive communion from your governor yet, Gretchen Whitmer?
Not yet. Not yet. All in good time. I just have to go to the local, I think, Catholic place because they love her now. That being said, I think from kind of a Christian lens, I think that that choosing who to vote for, or even kind of Chris's position of just not voting for president, I think honestly is, from a Christian perspective, the better choice. Because Donald Trump is a not great candidate, kind of for Christian values, and obviously the left doesn't really align with Christian values either. I think y'all are in a tough spot, and I think that Chris's position of just not supporting is probably the best one.
I'll be really quick and make a response.
Well, hang on. We're gonna end. I'm gonna give it to you. Yeah, I know you guys want to talk too, but I've got to run. So I want to give CEO share your final thoughts, and yeah, we're gonna have to wrap it up. Go ahead, CEO.
Yeah, I don't think any of you would say don't go work for the CEO of the company who is pro-choice, for instance. I mean, that would be a ridiculous position to take. I don't think any of you would take that position. But that would be as immoral, based on the standards you're looking for, as your vote. Because, like, literally you're working under someone and choosing to work with someone who has that value. So I think that the standard in of itself is not the best standard. Number two, all of us have filters. We all make decisions off those filters. For me, who do I think are the 4 best people to run for president in the last 6 years that I agree with the most? Ronald Reagan, Nikki Haley, RFK, and Barack Obama. Very different than any of yours list, because what do I focus on? Leadership qualities. Visionary leadership and charisma. My perspective on having high integrity, bipartisan and pragmatic, strong emphasis on American values. And so that's my filter. I get that you have a different one. I didn't get all in a hissy fit about people saying you can't be Christian and this and that, but the practical matter of it is you look at someone who's been Christian for 21 years, has tried to walk the light, has transformed because of the light, has helped other people into the light, and has tried to be a good father, husband, and neighborly love. And then you sit here and say, oh, I don't agree with who you're voting for. You're not a Christian. That is a bit toxic and judgy in my view. Cheers.
I wouldn't say you're not a Christian. Let me just
I'm not addressing you, Chris. I'm not addressing you at all. I'm addressing love. I'm addressing love to be very transparent.
Oh, if you're addressing me, I guess I scratched an itch inside of your anger mechanism. Sorry, you're such a fake Christian, you fake Christian. You're a liar. You're a branding and marketing expert con. And no one should work with you because you're a scam artist and a con man.
Okay. Chris, say your point quickly, then I have to run.
All I was going to say was, on your first point there, CEO, now, I wanted to address that. Can you repeat your first point real quick? Just humor me for a second.
I've got a total.
Yeah, sorry. My first point was that I don't think anyone would say you shouldn't go work for a company with a CEO that's pro-choice.
Right. Yeah. So my challenge to that would be, would you take Planned Parenthood as a client?
Well, no, of course not.
Of course not, right? And my response to you, the analog to this, is that voting for Harris would be the same as taking Planned Parenthood as a client. That would be where I would be at.
Yeah, my filter doesn't judge the two the same thing. So if it did, then I would be in agreement with you. So this is why at the end of the day, we're just having a disagreement because we're not weighing things the same way.
All right. Well, with that note, I wish we had longer. I didn't realize we were trying to do this engaging. But yeah, it's nice to meet the people I haven't met before. We usually do this every day, 8 a.m. Eastern to 11 a.m. Eastern. So, at this house or whatever, we usually do this in the morning time. But today I had some extra time and was feeling frisky. So I don't think it disappointed. everyone, if we're not blocked and banned by tomorrow. By the way, you can find us in our Discord where we're pretty ban proof over there. But let someone know, add everyone, and if you can't find me or this house, you can find someone else and ask them where we are. But anyways, take care. We'll see you all later. Have a good one.
I got the CEO pissed. I pissed the CEO, fake CEO. I call myself Doctor CEO. Fake. Okay, this is Dr. CEO.